Ben here from CB Fitness with our latest workout video where we hit chest. We started off the session with decline bench press. We normally switch up with barbell movements and dumbbell movements from week to week to improve our strength and balance when lifting, so this week we focused on more barbell work. This helps us develop our chest in all areas, which we've done over the past few years. So we started off with a few warm-up sets with the bar, and then we did 20 kg a side, then we gradually increased the weight up to 30 kg, 40 kg, 50 kg, and then the final weight was 60 kg a side. Each set we did around 8 to 10 reps. For the final set we did about 5 to 6 reps. When we do our training, we always mix a bit of hypertrophy and strength training because we find it's the best way for building muscle and size effectively with natural athletes, because we are natural, so we try and do that in the best way. So here we have Matty doing 40 a side, doing the movement all the way down to his chest and all the way back up as well, and then here he is moving up to 50 a side. When doing this movement as well, make sure the bar is hitting just below your chest, so you don't go in too high up near your neck, and also not in the middle, so it's hitting right at the bottom of your chest, all the way down, and pressing up and locking your arms out. Also, if you notice our grip as well, it's just wider the shoulder width apart, so you don't want it too wide, or you don't want it too narrow, because having it too narrow will hit your triceps. Having too wide won't be able to allow you to push into your chest as much. We also make sure we keep our back on the seat, because we want to make sure when we push in it's all through our chest and not through our legs or hips driving us up. On to our final set, we're doing 60 a side. We prop the camera up so I can make sure we can spot Matty on this one. 60 side is probably the max weight we can do for 5 or 6 reps. We don't like going any lower than that. We're also making sure we go all the way down. I'm just there to spot him, to keep him going. So you can notice there his hips are not driving up from there. He's just driving all through his chest, slowing the way down and then power on the way back up. And I'm just there to spot him, making sure he keeps in line, he powers all the way through his chest. So here I am getting ready for this next set. I'm just taking a sip of my BCAAs, using the wrist straps as well. I didn't use the wrist straps for the previous sets because I forgot to bring my own to the gym, so I had to borrow Matty's to do the final set. I would advise when you're doing heavy pushing movements to have some wrist straps, because they are really good for supporting your wrist and you can grip onto the bar a bit better when pushing up. I did manage to get 5 reps out of this one, making sure I went all the way down and all the way back up. It's not something I really aim for when I do chest to go really strong on, but it is good when you can do heavy weights. I never go heavy on my own, I always go heavy when I have someone to spot me. So here Matty's just having his fingertips hovering above, just making sure I'm getting them reps out. Next exercise I did was the incline barbell bench press to work our upper chest. So as we said, we're working a lot of barbell movements today instead of dumbbells. So we did start off with 20 side, but we didn't record that. So here's a clip of me doing 30 side. So again, grip quite wide, make sure we're going all the way down to our chest and powering up from the top of our chest. Notice the elbow position as well. I'm not flaring them out too wide. I'm keeping them nice and tucked in so I can power through the chest and push and engage the top of my chest more when I'm doing the movement. Here's Matty working up to our final working set of 40 a side. This is a movement Matty's quite strong at. Managed to get about 8 to 10 reps on that one. Where me, this is something I do quite struggle at, and without a spot I'll manage to get 3 or 4 reps out, but we'll keep improving and trying to get it better. So coming up to our third exercise now, we're moving on to some fly movements. The first one we did was cable flies. Doing the cable flies on this machine is great to keep the constant tension on your chest, so you can squeeze and contract the muscle more. We like to switch up the angles when we do this exercise, because it allows us to hit all the different areas of our chest. You'll notice in some of the movements we do as well, we hold in the middle and others we don't hold in the middle. This is as when you go heavier it's harder to hold in the middle, so as we do go lighter we like to squeeze and contract into the middle, and it works in the middle of our chest and get the striated chest going, and then when you go heavier you can just fly the movement and it works more on the outside of your chest. So when Matty's doing this movement he's coming quite high up than I was doing before. He's going around in the middle of his chest, and here next you'll notice when I'm doing the movement I'm going quite low down just to hit more at the top and lower in the sides. So I'm really squeezing into the middle, so I'll slow it into the middle and squeeze. Make sure I get that striated chest in the middle. As Matty will zoom in, you can see the shreds. So on this exercise we like to keep the reps quite high, so the lowest we'll ever do on this is 10, and we'll probably work up to 15-20 reps when we do this. So that was an example of doing the squeeze in the middle, and here's the example of not doing the squeeze in the middle. So Matty's put the weight up, he's stretching slowly on the outside, and then contracting into the middle. So he's not holding to get the squeeze, he's working more on the outside of his chest. Also make sure you control the handles when you go back up into position, because there are two parts of movement. So slow and controlled up, and also controlling it, make sure the bars don't swing back and pull your shoulders, because they are, if you go heavier, it can strain your shoulders if you relax when you go back. Fourth exercise was back to the pressing movements, and we did a chest press drop set on the Smith machine. We started off with 40 kg per side for 10 reps, and then we dropped it down to 20 kg per side and did another 10 reps straight away. We positioned the bench at an incline angle to work more on upper chest, as this is an area people tend to struggle to develop when training. But when we were doing this exercise, we realised that it was hurting our shoulders a bit, so we moved it down to more of a flat bench position. It's a lot easier to do a Smith machine press near the end of a session, because you don't have to work on the balance as much, so you can focus all on just pressing through your chest. The hand position is exactly the same as we did on the incline press, so we're going all the way down to our chest. That's important. Make sure you're doing full range of motion, and then squeezing at the top. Make sure you contract the chest at the top. And here's a clip here of Matty doing his set as well. If you have any ideas of any chest exercises that we don't do, because we have done a few videos of chest workouts now, and you know some exercises that we've missed out and that have worked well for yourself, feel free to leave a comment and let us know, because we're always up for trying new ideas. Meaning people say that they know all chest exercises and they know everything about training, then they're lying. So we are always looking at ways to improve. We'd always love to try out new workouts, so if you do have some ideas, feel free to let us know, and we'll give you a shout out if we ever try them. Little note on the form, just note when Matty unhooks this and goes down, he's keeping his chest nice and high, really emphasising keeping his chest up. This is great for working the incline of chest more. And also he's not doing full range of motion, he's just doing some partial reps to keep the tension all on his chest. Because we do full reps and then we work on some partial reps as well. So making sure we're getting the full workout on the muscle. Coming up here is a clip of the flat bench movement I talked about before. The bench isn't completely flat due to how the movement of the machine works, but it's still fairly flat. But the reason we did this is as it took the stress off our shoulders and it allowed us to work our chest better. If you do this exercise yourself, stick to a weight that you can perform full range of movement on when you're doing the first working set. Only work on your partial reps on the drop set, as it will work your chest more rather than your triceps when you're pushing all the weights up. So if you look here, here's the example of it. So we're slowly going halfway up, making sure we're pushing through the chest, just getting that last little bit of our chest, keeping the constant tension, so try and rep out as quick as you can. And then Matty's just doing a little rest pause there to make sure he gets that full contraction at the bottom. The second fly movement we did was the incline dumbbell flies. We did this exercise for 10 reps and 3 sets. When doing this movement, I like to use lighter weights so I could twist the dumbbells in, so at the end of the movement my hands are in a supinated grip. This works the inside of the chest as well as the outside when performing the negative motion. So looking at as I perform it, you notice at the end of the movement my elbows are facing towards the camera. So that's how your movement should be. So your elbows are out at the side, and at the end of the movement you twist in. And Matty's going to zoom in and show how it's working. So work on the outside there, and in the middle it's that final little squeeze to work the full chest. How Matty's doing this movement is using a heavier weight, and he's not going to do the twist, he's going to focus more on the negative motion on the way down. But as I move the camera around, you'll notice that the position of his back, he has his shoulder blades hanging over the bench, so it allows him to contract his scapula more and squeeze the chest. So he's really working on the negative motion, probably going deeper than his shoulders. So it's more of a fly and press movement at the same time. So it's not a full fly, he's keeping his elbows quite bent, but he is working a lot on the outside of his chest as well as the inside of his chest. So you notice there how his elbows are very deep on the negative. The last exercise we did was a superset of a flat dumbbell press, followed up with some press-ups with our hands on the bench. As this was the final exercise, we struggled with the balance of the dumbbells with our chest fatiguing, so we didn't go all the way up. We just did 10 reps on this, and then we did 20 press-ups afterwards. On the press-ups, you'll see we keep our arms fairly narrow and our elbows tucked in, which makes our chest stick out more and emphasises the movement of that. This exercise also works your triceps, as when you're doing it, we've had a lot of sets and reps on our chest, so our chest was getting fully drained, and while doing this movement it forced our triceps to do the pushing movement up. So here is me just doing the final set. We did do 20 reps on this and it was really hard, so we had to do a few pauses before I did the 20 reps. I made sure I got the full sets out. But you can see I'm just trying to get the tension in my chest, trying to get that tiny little bit out of my chest, because my form's not perfect, but I'm just trying to force my way through it. So here's Matty's just doing the final set as well. So to sum up the full session, we started off with the decline bench press, then we worked on to the incline barbell press, and then the next one we worked on was the cable flies for the third exercise. Fourth exercise was the drop set on the Smith machine bench press, and then the fifth exercise was the incline flies, and then the final exercise now is it's the flat dumbbell press followed by the press ups. So if you have any questions about the workout, feel free to leave a comment, and also we'll leave in the description all the details to get in touch with you as well. But we've got some more videos coming up. We've got more discussion videos, and also we've got some more workout videos as well. So leave a like, subscribe, let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.